Welcome back to Real-ationship Goals, a podcast all about exploring the realities and complexities of healthy relationships. Real-ationship Goals is a project of the Prevention and Education team at the Advocacy Center for Crime Victims and Children in Waco, Texas. If you or someone you know has experienced sexual violence or harassment and is seeking support services or needs more information, links to resources and our hotline number can be found in the description. The views expressed in this podcast are those of the hosts and guests and do not necessarily reflect those of their organizations or affiliates.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Real-ationship Goals. We are your hosts. We actually have a special guest today, but my name is Mónica. I use they, she pronouns.
My name is Ariana. I use she, her pronouns.
My name's Elsie. I use she, her pronouns.
And my name is Brooklyn, and I use she, her pronouns.
And Brooklyn is our intern and our special guest today. But yeah, so today we are coming back with our third episode, and it is a special topics episode, and the topic today is platonic love, which I wanted to start off with the definition. And when I was Googling it, there were so many different things being said, yada, yada. And so we just kind of honed it down to a platonic relationship is a close bond without sexual or romantic desire. And the reason I was talking about Google earlier is because it was also saying like without intimacy. But when we were talking about it, we talked about how friendships can also have, platonic friendships with no sexual or romantic desire can also have intimacy. It just looks a little different. So I wanted to give that definition to give a foundation of what we're going to talk about today. And the first question is, what does friendship mean to y'all? And I know me and Elsie, we were like scratching our heads. We're like, well, I don't know actually.
I feel like friendship to me is someone you can talk to about anything. And for me, it's like the ones that don't sugarcoat anything, the ones that wants to see your personal growth, that wants the best for you at all times. Whether that's not brutally giving you the honest truth, but just giving it to you in a way where you understand and you're able to take that advice and move forward.
Yeah.
So that's what friendship is to me.
And I think I was stuck on it because I feel like I have like friends, but everyone is different. Like some people I don't go talk to because they're a little too abrasive. I'm like, y'all gonna hurt my feelings. I don't want tough love. I want to be nurtured and cuddled. But I think it is someone. We were talking to our coworker Melissa, and she said someone who you love their company, and I think that's really what I think about. Like all my friends, like I just love being around them. And another thing is, I also grew up like on Tumblr with long distance friends, and so I'm like, it also doesn't have to be physical for me. So I don't know, like it's just like someone that I get along with real well, but it's beyond like surface level. Like we start getting to know each other, I start getting to know their family, they get to know mine, they get to know like my past, present, and hopefully my future or even future plans. But yeah, I was just thinking about that, like it's just, I don't know, like how I would describe a friend is just someone I really get along with, whether it's through common environments. Like I consider y'all my friends because we were together all the time. And then I'm even thinking about like my book club friends. Like I have like different categories, which I guess was hard for me to like put a blanket statement. Yeah, like a blanket statement.
I would, like when I think about it, what I was thinking was like having a connection with them, like no matter where they're at, like you said, like long distance and stuff, like, and also like in whatever stage of life. So like someone you have a connection with in all stages of life. And like also what comes to mind is like when I think of my friendships of like having no judgment, like even if you don't like agree with what they did or something, like having no judgment and like being kind of honest, like Ariana was saying, and like upfront with things.
I do like that, yeah. Because I do not agree with all my friends, and sometimes my friends do get on my nerves. Mm-hmm. That's another thing. I was okay. Like, my friends be getting on my nerves sometimes, and I say that with love, because I felt like I was gonna sound like a little kid and be like, a friend is who we always play and have fun, you know? So I was like, friendship is really like not black or white. It's very much like black, white, and gray, and a little pink here, a little red there. You know, it's just such a colorful concept.
Definitely means different things. Also for different groups and ages.
Yeah.
Like for a little kid, yeah, that's what that'll probably
They're
mean.
like, they share they crayons with me type of situation.
And then teenagers, and then the young adults, and then, you know, as it, you know, ventures out more, it means different things for different people in certain phases.
I mean, all of your guys' stuff too, but also I was thinking about like what I do with my friends, and like really just somebody that wants to stay updated on your life. Because like I'll text my friends and be like, I ate this for dinner, and they're like, that sounds great, let me also have
love
some
that
of
Elsie does that. Yeah.
and like even today, like my best friend texted me and she's like, I think I'm gonna dye my hair brown, and she's blonde, has been for the past 25 years, and I was like, okay, are you going through something, or do you think that you want it? And she's like, no, I think I want it. And I was like, in that case, you'll look great.
Yeah.
So just like being able to like share those little updates.
And see, I love that, because I even think, like, Elsie is definitely one of those friends where she'll text me. I think, like, this morning she texted me about a cardigan she wants to make for her other friend. But then I think about, like, my best friend. I probably haven't talked to her in a few weeks. And now she has, like, recently moved to Illinois, all these things. But that's still my bestie. And we've been like this since middle school. But it's just like so interesting. It always looks different, even communication. Okay, before I go on my tangent, let me go to the next question. Oh wait, you guys, look, I want to start with answering this because I just mentioned my best friend. The next question was, where did you meet your closest friends? And so when I was talking about my best friend, it always comes up to me like how we met. And I was in 8th grade. I had just transferred to this school after being at alternative for a while, and it was literally like the last 3 months of my 8th grade year. And I was a new kid. I was like, oh my gosh, I literally have like 3 months here, and then I'm going to high school. And I was so shy. And I had to walk in front of the cafeteria to get to the gym to wait for class to start because I didn't eat breakfast. And someone just grabs me by the arm and sits me down. And she's like, are you the new girl? Do you want some Oreos? And I was like, what? And she goes, you're my friend now. You can have some Oreos. And that's how I met my best friend, Jayla. She literally grabbed me, sat me down, and was like, we're friends now, new girl. And that's literally how we became friends.
I love that. I feel like that's a story you normally hear in like kindergarten or something when they're just like, okay, we're friends now. Like,
yeah, literally.
Definitely not
She just
middle school and high school.
She just pulled me. And mind you, like literally my first day, she was just like, come here. And we've been together ever since.
I love that for you.
I feel like I met my closest friends, and they were friends, like, and they were boys. I met them in elementary.
Wow, that is so beautiful.
Yeah, I met them in the 4th grade, because that's what I was hopping schools a lot. So when I went to the school that I graduated from in 4th grade, I was put. And so I met them there, and how we bonded was like, we liked to high side on each other. So we would make funny comments about each other, and then after that, we just blossomed into a very long-term friendship, like 15 years now. Dang. So we've been there. We've been through some things.
Right, of course.
Together, most definitely. But yeah, this is how I met mine.
I'm trying to think, because I feel like I have like best friends for like different stages of my life. But like still like my childhood best friends, grew up riding horses together, so we always hung out. I had one that was 3 years older than me, and then one that was 3 years younger than me. And so like Lily and I have been friends since she was 5 and I was 8. And then like at the same time Jessie was
So if you were
11.
8.
11.
Yeah.
Sorry, that took way too long. But like I'm still friends with both of them. And then in college, I got like 3, like all my roommates, my freshman year, became really close with and lived with them throughout like the 4 years and still talk to them. And then like grad school friend, she's also the only one that lives in Waco, so I hang out with her a lot.
But you still talk to everyone else.
Yeah. So horses, I guess, is
Horses, yes. Our ultimate horse girl. We love her.
I was about to say, I didn't even think about college. I say I only have one, and we bonded over track.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say like sports, and I'm not forgetting about you, but I promise. No, actually, you go first, and then I'll ramble.
Okay. My best friend, we met our freshman year of high school. She moved in because her parents are coaches and my parents are coaches. And so her parents got a job at my school, and so she moved in. And so we kind of bonded at first of like being coaches' kids, like we'd have to stay after school and stuff. And then one day we were like, let's have a slumber party. And we had a slumber party, and we always tell people this story. We stayed up till like 3 in the morning just laying in bed talking about like anything and everything. And then after that we were like, we were meant to be friends. We just couldn't stop talking to each other, and we've been besties ever since.
I literally miss sleepovers. That's like my goal, to have that as my birthday party this year, because those are so special.
We still have them to this day. We have
See, and
sleepovers.
I'm like, and this will go on later into the conversation on the other questions, but like that is one thing that's been hard with different stages, because I'm like, hey, I kind of want to sleep over, but now you got a kid. Now your husband sleeps in your bed, and I can't take his spot. Or we're too rowdy, type of thing. And I'm like, I miss sleepovers so bad. That's one part of the like youth that I miss so much. I also met a bunch of people online. Like, I have my friend, like my closest friends right now are Frankie and Norma. Yeah, I talk about them all the time. Frankie and Norma, they are married. I literally saw Norma's, she had a like the flower bike, the blooming bike, where she had her flower cart. And I saw her Instagram page, like her personal one. I was like, oh my, and I literally told my husband, I said, oh my gosh, she is so cute. I want to be her friend. And so I always tell Norma that she was like on my friend wish list. And then eventually like she started doing more things out in the community, and I met her through that naturally. But then I met my friend, and this is like, we have another friend group, or another friend couple, Dominic and Mari, and I don't know who I met first, but like now me, Jeremiah, Dominic, Mari, and Frankie and Norma, we're all like really good friends, but we met online first, just through like mutual people, but now we're so close. But like again, like I just love connecting online, and I love catching up with people on that, especially long distance. I love watching people's stories, watching their photo dumps and things of that sort. I don't know. But also like jobs, college. I always leave, that one TikTok sound that's like, I'm gonna leave here with something. I'ma always leave with a friend. We gonna make some form of connection, some way, somehow. Someone is coming with me to the next step in my life.
I also love that we're just like, I guess not Ariana and Brooklyn, but you and I are just name dropping all of our friends.
Oh yeah, name dropping all my friends because I love them. Literally, if I could,
my friends got common names.
And I was like, if I could put them in my pocket and carry them around with me, I literally would. I love them so much. Okay, next question. What are factors that have impacted your friendships or view on friendships?
I got this one locked and loaded, so I'll go first. They're either their parents or their relationships. Parents, I've had a few friends where either I didn't get along with the parents, or back when it mattered, I'm an adult now, but like if my mom didn't get along with the parents, then that made it like kind of strained. Until I was old enough to drive, then it was...
Oh, if the parents didn't get... like
yeah, like if my mom didn't like my friend's parents, or my friend's parents didn't like my mom's parents, because then, like, who's going to be in charge of a play date if they don't want to see each other type thing, like, before I could drive.
And you know what? That's so interesting, because, like, I was... when you said that, I was like, do my friends' parents know each other? But it's because you've had, like, friendships so young. That's so cute.
Or, like, their relationships. Like, I remember I had to have a really hard conversation with one of my friends where I was literally sobbing, and I was like, you cannot keep going back to this person, because as somebody who loves you, it is so hard to watch this over and over again. And that was really straining on our friendship too, because like,
I'm sure when
we would
you
have conversation after conversation.
I was gonna say that was probably not the first time that y'all talked about it.
Yeah, and which just sucks, because like obviously you want what's best for them, and they think that it's gonna be different. And I mean, been there, but like, so that's just hard to deal with too. So parents and relationships.
I would say relationships and friendships outside of like us have impacted my way of thinking about friendships. But I feel like I've had a similar situation with the whole relationship aspect of it. Having to see a close friend go through a strenuous relationship and having to hear it. And also it impacted the way I communicated with my friends, because I had to learn at a young age what the tough love aspect, everybody does not need that. So, and she shot me down right there and then. She's like, Ariana, I don't need that right now. I just need love and care. I was like, I'm trying. But
At least she was able to ask for that.
yeah, she did. She did.
Yeah.
She asked
I'd be
for it
like,
very
you guys, please. I don't want solutions. I want to cry.
And that's all she wanted. I was like, okay, I understand. But yeah, that, and then friendships that are not connected with the person that I'm close to, just because of like having to collaborate different personalities together. And sometimes that might mesh well, sometimes it might not.
It's like when you have to mix friend groups. It's really
That's
scary.
so scary for me.
Mixed friend groups, and it's like sometimes it's a hit or miss process, and you just got to be able to adapt.
Yeah.
So
That's nerve-wracking.
Yeah. I would definitely say like the friends and relationships also. And then also I thought of like life events. Like if big life events happen, I feel like you either like lose friends through that, or you like your friendship gets stronger. So like my best friend Morgan, she had a kid in high school, and so she like lost a lot of friends, and then like I like stayed by her side, and we like got closer through that, and now I'm like, her kids call me aunt and like all that stuff.
That's
so it's
so
like
sweet.
so cute. So I'd say like definitely like big life events, like stuff like that.
Or even moves, like when you're younger, like, and I don't know, not to be like back in my day, but like back in my day we had flip phones and I had limited texts.
for real, you had to get that prepaid
Get
card.
off my phone, you're wasting my minutes type of situation.
So like it's hard to like, and like obviously when you leave your friends, you're gonna be like, I'm gonna write or text and like I'm gonna do this every day, and then that just like doesn't end up happening. So I feel like that's another test too.
And that's where I love social media, because like realistically, excuse me, like I forgot who I was telling, but I was saying I have friends, and I like friends are very like important for me. I honestly in my life have prioritized my friends over family, just because that's just my family dynamic, and friends have become more family for me. But then I think I'm like, there'll be times where I'm like really close to this person, and then we just kind of get busy, and all of a sudden I get like closer to this person, and it like just like ebbs and flows, but it's like the connection is still there. And so I love social media because I can still like keep up with them from afar and like message them when I can.
I just like viewing my friends' lives. It's like, oh, you are blossoming. You're doing so well.
Yeah, like it will make
I'm
me
so happy for you.
emotional. Like when, like I've had so many friends graduate like last year, and I'm like emotional. And obviously I don't want to go to all them graduations. Much love, but I don't want to struggle in the parking lot, you know.
I always parked on the grass, showed up to watch them walk, and then exited.
Or I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna watch online. Love you. But like seeing things like that, and then talking about distance, much love, but those flight tickets are expensive. And like I'll have friends, and it'll be something where I'll be like, can I just send you something? I think that stuff is special too. And also, you guys, I feel like more of my friends have started doing it, but getting like Christmas cards, y'all, that's really cute. And now I have
something
like,
I want to do this year.
like it has like my, I have like a little wall now, and it's like something that I can start expecting. I was gonna be kind of funny with it, but not funny because I lost a friendship over this. But something that has impacted friendships, in my view on friendships, is like traveling and being in like true stressful situations of like plans are being like completely changed. Nothing's going the way that we planned and yada yada. Traveling has changed it, and it's been more of like oh, maybe I just need to get to know you better. Maybe we weren't as close as I thought, or you thought we were closer than I thought, and all these things. And traveling really exposed that for me last year. And also, it showed me like what I need from friendships too. I have a lot of, I don't know how to say it, but realistically, like I am disabled, but just not like visually. And so I need a lot of accommodations when I travel. And when I would ask for them of like, hey, I can't be out in the heat too long. Hey, we can't do long walks because I need a bathroom access, all these things. And where it's like, kind of like like you're always asking for something and things like that. I'm like, oh man, like I'm a burden. Like it has that feeling. So traveling has really, really impacted my friendships. And also like I had my friend group that I mentioned earlier, they wanted to go camping. Ooh, yeah, exactly. Hello. And I was like, okay, I'm really gonna try because I really want to hang out with y'all and I have FOMO. But how can we plan in advance where I feel comfortable, especially because they were accommodating, the weather for me, like, let's do it in the fall. But I was like, are we like digging holes to go to the bathroom? And I was like, what does the bathroom situation look like? What does the hiking look like? All these things. And
they want to hike to it?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, and you guys, I was scared, and they were obviously like, could tell that I was scared, but it was such a different experience than past trips where they were actually trying to accommodate me, and like they were making sure like, okay, this says like there's a bathroom close by, and when we're looking at the map, we can do this, blah, blah, blah. Even to the point of like, I had a sprained ankle, and they were like, these shoes would help you, we don't have to do this big of a hike, blah, blah. And so traveling has been my biggest, like, almost like the test for friendships, unfortunately.
I would say the same thing for me, but in a different aspect.
Yeah, tell me.
It's like, because I am from a small town, it feeling one-sided.
Oh, yeah, like the travel of literally,
Yeah, like me always going to that person.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that's money on my end. I'm having to pack, or every other weekend I go see you, or whatever the case may be. But it's not reciprocated.
Yeah.
So, yeah, travel is a big test.
Gas ain't cheap.
Gas ain't
Flights
cheap.
ain't
Food
cheap.
ain't cheap.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a big test for me, too.
Also, something is like, do we have to spend money to hang out? Like, that's another thing. Like, I remember one time I had a friendship, and don't get me wrong, I love thrifting, but I literally was like, hey, we can go look, but I'm not buying anything. And when we went in, she was like, are you seriously not going to buy anything? I'm going to be the only one. I was like, dang, outside of thrifting, do we have anything else in common? Like, do we have to spend money? Because here we are, and I love looking, but you're upset that I'm not spending money. And it's been like my other best friend, Kana and Julian, like, something I love about hanging out with them. What?
All the name drops.
All the name drops, because they will get the recognition. Something I love about hanging out with them is, if you got a deck of cards, we are good. If you have Uno, we are good. We even play this game where it's like, we don't need anything but our voices. And it'll be like, they'll invite a big group of their friends over, and it'll be us, their friends, their family. And we'll be like, 1, and somebody else has to go, but nobody knows who's going to go next. And if someone says like two people say two or whatever, at the same time we have to start over, and we try to see how high we go. But it's like, we don't need anything for that. We could do that anywhere. We've also, like, if you have like pen and paper, like we can do games like that. And then like even yesterday we went to the park with their baby. So it's things like that where I'm like, okay, because I think as I've gotten older, I'm not trying to be at no club. I'm not trying to be at no bar. I want to have fun. Like, I just want to have fun. Let's watch TV. Like, can we stay home type of situation? Can we play a board game? And I think that has also maybe put my friendship through some tests as well. But yeah. Y'all ready for the next question?
No,
Please go
I
ahead.
have one more thing about the traveling. Another thing about traveling is personality types. Like, I'm very, very type A. And I like to have a plan and a backup plan if the first plan doesn't work out. And so, like in a lot of aspects, like I plan the flights, I plan transportation, I plan like what activities we're going to be doing, that kind of stuff, unless like I feel confident that it will be okay otherwise. Like, especially if I'm going someplace that I don't know. But I had a friend that we went up to where she was from. One of my friends and I both flew up to Boston, and like she planned out the entire itinerary, and I was just kind of able to like go with the flow, and it was so fun to like not be the one that was in charge of planning. But I mean, she's from there, so like she knew everything to do, but she literally planned everything for us, and it was so nice. But also, like, some people, if they are very type B and they don't care about the plan, it can be frustrating for me because I'm like, I put all of this time into planning something, and now you don't even, like, they're like, oh, we'll get to it. And it's like, no, we will get to it in approximately 15 minutes when it says on their schedule. Like,
Call the Uber now.
like, it's not like a loosey-goosey thing. So that has been a struggle for me too when traveling with friends.
Yeah, and it like made me, it didn't even make me, it never crossed my mind that would be it. Like, it was such a shock last year because it kind of happened back to back, because me and my husband, before we ever dated, we were besties, and solely besties, nothing else. And traveling with him, because he knows me so well, we've been friends for over a decade. Like, those accommodations, like, not even a conversation, like, it's just already set in stone. So, like, I get it, like, not that we have the same personality, because we're very different, but it's just, like, he knows what type of traveling personality I have. And it just, we could, like, when we travel, our things are, like, of course, we need to plan our food. We want to have, like, at least one activity a day. And we need some rest. But if we're going like back to back to back to back to back, I'm like, yo, I'm tired. I'm tired, please. Can I get a nap? Can I please get a nap? And things of that sort. But yeah, no, like traveling personalities. Biggest eye opener. Woo. Okay, let me shake it off. Woo, woo, woo. The last question is, what has been the hardest part of adult friendships? I'm gonna say scheduling. And I'm not even talking about, like, going back to my best friend who just moved. Life has just been, like, throwing us all around. But I was like, should we schedule a weekly FaceTime? Like, that way I know that I'm not like, this evening will be blocked off, we're gonna catch up. It doesn't even have to have no agenda or nothing, and they don't even have to be weekly, it could be monthly. But I was like, dang, girlfriend, like, I need to see you. And things of that sort. Because I also have a lot of friends with kids. Kids need bedtimes. Adults do too, but let's not talk about that, okay? And also, like, sometimes I'll be like, man, Jeremiah, that's my husband, man, I want something sweet. I'll be like, let's go to Youth World. And I genuinely love hanging out with friends, so I'll be like, hey, who wants to go to Youth World? Like, super last minute. Some people will show and some people can't. But it's like, how can we continue to schedule things that way you don't feel left out? And things like that has been one of my biggest things.
Learning when friendships have run its course.
That's real.
When you have outgrown certain friendships, I've definitely been thinking about that for these past few years, from 23 to now being 27. Hitting certain phases in my life from college age level to now being a full-blown adult. It's just certain things that I don't partake in anymore, especially clubs. Nope.
Don't put me in a club. If I'm
No,
not
honestly,
at
nobody
home,
wants to go to that.
if I'm not at home by 10, like when people are like, the party starts at 9, I'm like, PM? What? You guys, please. On a Thursday? Oh, God, I'm scared.
Like, oh, no. But that, and then also just, like I've said before, like, just the reciprocation part of it. I feel like I've kind of struggled a little bit with being able to reciprocate energy and time towards certain friendships, but then in that aspect, it's teaching me, like, well, maybe it's time to move on. Maybe it's time to find different groups of people that you connect with, because sometimes you'll have friends that you'll grow with for a lifetime, and then there's some friendships that are only there for a certain aspect.
Yeah, and something I was trying to say earlier, and I don't think I even communicated it well because I'd just be rambling, but I'm a very social person, and I make friends very easily, but to pay attention to that many people all in one,
Exhausting.
it's so exhausting. And so that's where kind of when I was trying to talk about, like, sometimes I'm closer to these people than I am to these people during this period of time and yada yada. Because I really be thinking, I'm like, don't get me wrong, I love them, but whoo, like the group that I was talking about earlier, that's already 4 people in one group, plus me and my husband. I'm like, I love them, but I'm like, that is 5 other people. And
to be mindful of.
Yeah, and like that friendship I'm nurturing, don't get me wrong, and I'm still trying to nurture other ones, but I cannot nurture them at the same level at all times. And so, but also like communicating that. And that's where I, again, was like, I think I was trying to go into social media and being like, oh my gosh, like congratulations, yada yada, swiping up when I can.
Yeah.
For me, it's that all of my friends don't live near me. Like I have my one close friend from grad school, all my work people, obviously. But like other than that, I got Oklahoma, South Dakota, Florida.
You're about to start singing the song. I love Bama.
Massachusetts, like Illinois. Like I have a lot of friends that are
Different friends and different area codes.
Literally.
For real. And like my friend that's in Oklahoma, like she's close enough. It's like 5 hours, so that's not bad.
I'd be struggling to go to Austin, and that's an hour and a half.
She says she's close enough.
Golly.
I will say she does a lot of the driving, and I really appreciate that. Like she'll come here for a weekend. But like I went up to South Dakota for Thanksgiving so that I could hang out with that friend. Like
I also love that you did that for a holiday. Like, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I'm moving towards that too.
it was cheaper than going home.
Okay, fair enough. I'll give you
Maybe
that.
not in time now that I think about it, but I had a good time. I hadn't seen her in a really long time. But yeah, so the hardest, like obviously I like to text little updates. I also like to call at a moment. I'm very whimsical on the phone, so all my friends get to hear from me multiple times a day. If I get bored doing anything, I'm like, I'm going to call this person so they can talk to me while I'm doing this. But yeah, just not having like anybody that I can be like, I'm coming over type thing.
Or it's like, Elsie, can I come over because I don't got room in my house type of thing. Anyway, sorry.
I guess I would say also kind of like scheduling, or just like everyone having their own lives outside of the friendship and just being busy and like busy schedules.
Yeah, how dare they?
Yeah, I know. And then also just like being in different life stages. Because like I said, like my best friend, she has kids, so she's like being a mom. I'm in grad school. I have another friend who's like in college, but she's like living up the party life. And so it's like everyone just like being in different life stages can make it hard. So I'd say those are like the hardest things in like the adult friendships.
You know what you just made me think of? Because I don't have a lot of friends that party no more. I'm about to be 27 this year. A lot of my friends are like at least 5 years older than me. And I'm wondering, because I'm like, if it suits me well, like I'm like, yay, I get to hang out with friends more in this time of my life. But it's because they ain't trying to be at the club either. But I was just thinking about that too, of like, thinking about even like the age gaps in my friendships.
I mean, you're also what?
21?
22.
Yeah.
22.
I'll be
Oh, my
22
fault.
next month.
22?
Oh, yeah, she's about to be 23.
No, I'm about to be 22. in
Oh,
February.
my fault. Dang, I guess I for real can't hear. Golly, I said it wrong
I
twice.
also heard that.
No, but yeah, it makes me think that because y'all are around the same age, no?
Yeah. Me and my best friend are both 21. She's like 2 months younger than me. And then my other friend's like a year older, not even a year. So yeah. And then I have another friend, she's a year older. So we're all like super...
Kind of still
early
close,
20s,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like you said, it's like life stages. Y'all are all like focused on different things. Sometimes I even think with my friends, I'm like, we're gonna have a PowerPoint night, but everyone's giving up updates on their life. Like y'all have 30 minutes, like, okay, go. But yeah, do y'all have anything else to add before we move on to relationship goal and recommendation? Okay. So Ariana, I don't know if you remember this, but you got the relationship goal.
Oh, okay.
But I remember what we talked about, so I can also cover it.
Okay.
For those of you listening, we planned this out last week, and so Ariana's had a full weekend,
I was
a
like,
3-day weekend.
Gotta reel it back.
Yeah.
Evaluate what friendships mean to you. I think I was speaking on the fact like preferred communication styles, reflecting on personalities, what complements you the best, as well as the friends you have in your life. Just really evaluating what is meaningful to you when it comes to connecting with others.
Yeah, and I even think about, like, when we were planning this and creating the questions, the first question being, like, what does friendship mean to you? Everyone's like, and I was like, yeah, I don't know if I've actually thought about it. Like, I just see people, I'm like, yeah, those are my friends. But what does it really mean to me? For me to give them that label. And then I was going to say, I have the recommendation, and I was going to recommend All About Love by Bell Hooks. I know that is, like, now deemed, like, the performative male book, but I love that book so much because when I read it, it actually made me think about friendships differently. And not to spoil the book, I think this is very, very early on, and it obviously goes deeper into this, but talking about how love is, like, the foundation of all relationships, platonic or romantic. It's just the actions will look different. You know, like, there are some people who kiss their friends, and I ain't gonna shame them for it. But it's like, maybe the love, again, like foundational, with me and my husband, will look the same for me and my friends. But of course, the actions in those relationships will look so different. And once I started thinking about that, I was like, because, y'all, if I start thinking about my friends, I will cry. Out of, like, okay, let me stop, because I will. Like, I will literally start crying because I genuinely love them so much. And when I read that book, it really, like, rewired my brain. But don't get me wrong, I definitely read that first chapter, and I was like, let me put this down, because their definition of love really made me contemplate other relationships in my life. So it's really about love and what love is in your life, not just about friendships. It really talks about friendships a little bit and mainly about relationships, and how things that we may think are love is not really love because there's neglect, there's abuse, blah, blah. But no, that book really changed me. I talk about it all the time, and I'm so sad it became a meme now. But anyways, that is my recommendation. Do you have anything else? Well, you guys, this is in honor of Galentine's Day, actually, this episode, which is my favorite holiday. Galentine's Day is my favorite. And that's actually Brooklyn's birthday, Valentine's baby. Also my husband's birthday. Excuse me. But yeah, you guys, that was our episode, our special topics episode over Platonic love. Thank y'all for joining us. If you want to follow us, you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Advocacy Waco. And then if you're looking for more prevention-specific content, you can follow us on Instagram at ACCVC_prevention. But that's it. Bye, y'all.
Thanks so much for tuning in to Real-ationship Goals. This episode was produced by the Prevention and Education Department of the Advocacy Center for Crime Victims and Children in Waco, Texas. Interested in more content from P&E or the Advocacy Center? You can follow us on Instagram at ACCVC_prevention or on Instagram and Facebook at Advocacy Waco. Be sure to like this episode and follow us wherever you get your podcasts. See you next time. Bye.